We believe that all faith traditions have something to teach us about how God is working in the world and in our lives. So we're exploring Turkey and hopefully learning to understand each other and even God better for having spent time to listen, learn, and be amazed.
When the Islamic conquest occurred, and particularly when we get to talk about the Turkish conquest on the Seljuks and Ottomans, there already was a huge influence of Greco-Roman architecture, as well as indigenous Near Eastern architecture. So in the regions that were conquered, things were just absorbed and then transformed to suit Islamic religious symbolism. I think the biggest difference is that instead of covering supporting structures like we do in the West, Islam tends to highlight them and to embellish them. So it's kind of combining the Greco-Roman background, but with a different symbolic twist. They really like to use what's called ablak, where they'll take an archway and they'll put stripes of either red or black intermixed with the white limestone or the white marble. And there's been lots of debate over what that symbolizes. Some scholars believe it symbolizes both the presence of deity, the presence of God, of Allah, and light and dark. So it really highlights the arch and creates this beautiful visual effect. Sinan the Great, he was the court architect for Suleiman the Magnificent. And Sinan is probably the best, most well-known and most amazing architect in Islamic history. The innovation that Sinan is credited with, particularly on the big Sulimaniye Mosque, is he reintroduced the basilica. He was always trying to strive to have no space intersected by pillars that supported that great dome. He wanted light and space to be joined. He wanted that dome to float, particularly at night with the mosque lamps that are in circles just above your head. He ended up mastering the idea of putting in kind of pyramid form on the sides, smaller half domes and semi-domes to support the weight of that huge dome on top. So it opens up the whole floor for light and space. Sinan's accomplishment was to build buildings of such height that when you walk in the building, it's not only a sense of peacefulness, but it's taking the dome that existed for a long time as an architectural structure to really represent the heavens and to push the soul upward.
Join us at the Crossroads of Faith, a special series Sunday on BYU Radio and the In Good Faith podcast.